chapter 5, verses 117 and 118 prove that Hazrat Isa, peace be upon him, passed away. The verses go as follows. And when Allah will say, O Jesus, son of Mary, didst thou say to men, take me and my mother for two gods beside Allah? He will answer, Holy art thou. I could never say that to which I had no right. If I had said it, thou wouldst have surely known it. Thou knowest what is in my mind, and I know not what is in thy mind. It is only thou who art the knower of hidden things. I said nothing to them except that which thou didst command me. Worship Allah, my Lord and your Lord. And I was a witness over them as long as I remained among them, but since thou didst cause me to die, thou hast been the watcher over them, and thou art witness over all things. Notice how it says, thou didst cause me to die. An Ahmadi might say Tawahi does not mean death, but this is simply not true. Hazrat Ahmad, peace be upon him, writes, the meaning of this verse, in the context of the relevant verses, is that on the day of judgment, God will ask, Isa, peace be upon him, was it you yourself who taught your followers, believe in me and my mother as gods? To this he will reply, as long as I remained among them, I was witness over them and was their custodian, but after you caused me to die, how could I know what the heresy was with respect to which they had gone astray? Now, if one desires, one can take the verse to mean, when you caused me to die, or, if one so desires, without abandoning one's unjustified obduracy, one can take it to mean, when you raised me to heaven with my physical body in any event. This verse proves that Isa, peace be upon him, will not return to this world. For had he come again to this world, and had he, having returned to this world, broken the cross, then in that case it would not be possible that Isa, peace be upon him, who is a prophet of God, should tell such a blatantly plain lie in the presence of God on the day of judgment. I have no knowledge whatsoever that after me my people adopted a false creed and made me and my mother gods. Can a person who returns to this world and lives in it for 40 years and fights battles against Christians tell such detestable lie, i.e., I am totally ignorant of it all, even though he is a prophet? Thus the above verse prevents the return of Isa, peace be upon him, because otherwise he has to be taken for a liar. If he is in heaven with his physical body and, as the above verse elucidates, will not descend on the earth till the day of judgment, will he die in heaven? And will his grave be in heaven? While his dying in heaven is contradicted by the verse. He said, therein you will live, and therein you will die, and from it you will be brought forth. Hence all this proves that he, Isa, peace be upon him, did not ascend to heaven with his physical body, but went to heaven after having died. If to oppose the book of God, when it has given an explicit verdict, is not a sin, then what else is sin? The Will, page 1719. A hadith also proves that tawaf means death. Allah's Messenger, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, delivered a sermon and said, O people, you will be gathered before Allah barefooted, naked, and not circumcised. Then, quoting the Quran, he said, as we began the first creation, we shall repeat it. A promise we have undertaken. Truly we shall do it. But the Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, then said, the first of the human beings to be dressed on the day of resurrection will be Abraham. Lo, some men from my followers will be brought, and then the angels will drive them to the left side, to hell fire. I will say, O my Lord, they are my companions. Then a reply will come from the Almighty, you do not know what they did after you. I will say as the pious slave, the Prophet Jesus, peace be upon him, said, and I was a witness over them while I dwelt amongst them. When you caused me to die, you were the watcher over them, and you are a witness to all things. Then it will be said, these people have continued to be apostates since you left them. Sahih Bukhari, Vol 6, Book 60, Hadith 149. The Holy Prophet, peace and blessings of Allah be upon him, himself has said that twafa means death. For twafa, when the subject is Allah or the angels and them applying to a verb that has a soul, it always means death, unless night or sleep is mentioned. The only times twafa has not been used for death is when night or sleep has been mentioned. Allah himself has told us when he causes twafa of a human being, and that the twafa is only of the soul rather than the body. Allah takes away the souls of human beings at the time of their death, and during their sleep of those also that are not yet dead. And then he retains those against which he has decreed death, and sends back the others till an appointed term. In that surely are signs for a people who reflect. Chapter 39 verse 43. Here is a chart of Twafa usage in the Quran. Arabic dictionaries also prove Twafa means death. Lane's lexicon writes, and a non-Ahmadi Quran dictionary also proves that Twafa means death. Furthermore, in the famous Arabic dictionary named Qamus, it is stated, Al-Wafatu means death and Tawafa Holahu means to subdue the soul, i.e. death. In another famous Arabic dictionary called Tagul Urus, it is written, Tawafa Holalu Azawajal means when Allah subdues the soul, meaning causes death. Hazrat Ibn Abbas also states, Mutawafaka means we caused you to die. Sahih Bukhari, Kitabu Tafsir, Surah Al-Mamida under the verse Falama Tawafatani. The funeral prayer proves Twafa means death. It goes as follows. O Allah, forgive our living and our dead, our present and our absent, our young and our old, our male and our female. O Allah, whosoever of us you keep alive, keep him alive, to Islam, and whosoever of us you cause to die, let him die, having Iman. O Allah, do not deprive us of our reward for being patient, and do not subject us to trials after his death. Please like and subscribe to spread the truth.